Wednesday, March 22nd, 4:45 p.m. New York time. U.S. stock markets close. The futures markets close in 15 minutes. And then the futures market will reopen at 6 p.m. New York time. Well, today, the big economic news right here, looking at the economic news, was released 2 p.m. today. Federal Reserve fund rate change. Yep. Previous, it was 4.75. It was forecast to go up to 5. That's a 1/4% increase. And the action they took, they raised it by 1/4. So it went up by 1/4. Earlier in the day, at 10:30 a.m., the crude oil inventories. These are business inventories, not the federal government. Businesses, understand? Previously, 1.6 million forecast, negative 1.7 million. And they actually had at hand, meaning storage capacity, what they're storing, the businesses, 1.1 million. Yep. Way off the numbers. Let's go look at the charts. We'll look at the weekly charts because today's Wednesday. The market's almost closed, so we're more than halfway through the week now with the futures, with the markets. So let's look at the weekly candle. Looking here at the S&P 500 cash index for the week. Long wick on the top. It's all selling there. But look at this. We tested this midpoint of that prior week, this gray horizontal line, broke above it, and now we're below it. Yep, just shy of missing that supply zone. We're still also in this wedge. See these blue lines? We're building a wedge. It's wide, getting tighter. It's getting tighter like a coil. And this momentum's still on the upside. We have not taken out the low of the last week yet. It's just what we see, higher high, higher low than that prior week. So if we open up tomorrow lower, if we don't take out this low, that's a good thing. If you're on the bull side. Again, maybe you're trading short term. Look at the S&P 500 in the futures market on the daily chart. Here we go on the daily. The S&P 500 futures on the weekly. The other was the cash index. Understand that? This is the ES. This is the futures. So here on this weekly candle, same thing. Higher high, higher low than the prior week, just like the cash. And here we tested a supply zone. Again, sellers were here, went in here, sellers again. That's what was expected. You expected to have a sell-off in here, and then you look for that trade. Let's put this on a daily so you can see. It's a faster time frame. And look at the daily candle. Went in there, tested it, supply zone, rejected, and sold off. Very nice. I already just put my bearish trade on just before the market closed in the cash, and hopefully close tomorrow for a nice return. The NASDAQ 100, same thing. Made a new high for the year. Well, not the same thing, but NASDAQ made a new high for the year and rejected it. It's a swing high. The Dow Jones Industrial Average did not make a new high for the year, but just like the S&P, tested the midpoint and rejected it. Still higher high, higher low than the prior. The Dow Transportation's inside candle. Dow Utilities inside candle. And the Russell 2000 inside candle. And if you watched my videos before, and the sectors, the indexes, I showed you the NASDAQ 100 technology is the stronger index, stronger sector. Let's go on to the next. We'll look at the yields. Because again, yields, interest rates, same thing, correspond. Correlation. Looking at the 30-year yield, inside candle for the week. Yep, interesting. I can expect the interest rates to continue going higher. Looking at the 10-year inside candle still. Looking at the 5-year inside candle still. And looking at the 2-year inside candle. So changing that interest rate did not have a huge impact yet. Again, we'll find out tomorrow, being Thursday and Friday, when the week closes. If maybe some people will be calmed down by then, calm down, it's only Wednesday. And if the more rational people will come in to make their decision. Don't forget, this is going to be closer to the end of the month. This will be be closing soon into the ending, the first quarter of the year. Yep, last day of this month is the end of the first quarter. That means next month is Big earnings start rolling out. Look at the US dollar. US dollar, lower low, lower high. I'm in a long position, taking heat, but I'm still in my position. US dollar trending down, coming into a demand zone of prior buyers. Yeah, and I'm hoping for a pop, a bounce. Going back up. May happen this week. Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, Bitcoin. Bitcoin new high for the year and already sold off. Yep, took out that swing high, took out the high of last week. It's already Wednesday. Look how small that trading range is. There's more sellers than buyers coming in here. I will not be holding it. Unless you like to give back what you might have made in profits. Look at the currencies. Again, we're looking at weekly candles. They're not done till the end of Friday. A lot of price action. Look at the euro. Broke above this consolidation. It's in a supply zone of sellers now. Japanese yen. Yep. Red candle. Looking like a doji forming on top of this trend. Dojis of indecision. Potentially becoming a reversal single into next week. British pound. Still strong. Green. Getting closer to that supply area, selling area. Australian dollar. Red. Massive consolidation. It's struggling. Probably going to see the same with the Canadian. Yep. Same with the Canadian. Commodity-based countries. And the Swiss franc. Are you surprised? Inside candle for a week. Yeah. Lost confidence in that, didn't you? And the confidence in their banks? I certainly have. Go on to the next. Let's look at commodities. Crude oil. I already showed you crude oil. Yep. Look at here. Green. Tested midpoint of this prior big red candle. It's also in this huge demand zone. Let's zoom out so you can see some more. All this demand zone, buyers here, buyers here, buyers here. In the past, came back into it. Buyers stepping in. I'm bullish. I got bullish positions on. And natural gas. Zoom out here. Put it for 3 years. Here's a low of 3 years ago. All the way back there. Zoom in a little bit. So this year already went down and tested that yellow horizontal line. Buyer stepped in, rejected, going lower, creating a demand zone. And this current week, we're in here testing it again, demand zone. Yep. Went up big green bodies, retracement, weaker, 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 weaker. So buyers are stepping in again. Good trade idea I shared earlier to my patrons. Go to the next. Go look at metals. Gold testing a demand zone up here. Demand zones. People often looking for trading bearish. Sellers are up here. Came back and retested here, and sellers coming in now. Let's see if we can break that midpoint. Silver. Yep, retracement. Platinum, inside candle for the week. And copper. Actually make it higher, high, higher, low. That's good. And gold having the most volume. So one could look for a retracement to buy the bullish side if you're bullish, or to look for a bearish trade up here. Profit on the downside, retracement. Let's finish this off with commodities. Look at the grains first. Corn. So look here, 1 year chart, each candle being weak. Look at that. I haven't been here for a while, but we took out that swing low here. And we broke below it, pretty much been seeing it as a selling area of retest. Let's remove it. And this yellow owl, if I recall, I mentioned that was, I thought, a stop hunt. Bearish position. Yep. So since then, the commodity corn went lower. Yep. Corn used for ethanol fuel. Corn used as animal feed. Corn used as human food. Price is going lower in the commodity. You should see that reflection and lower. What? Crude oil, lower in supply chain food products for the animal feed, several things. So again, those impact calls should eventually, if not already, starting to have an impact on making prices not go as high, commodities or your basic staples. Wheat futures, new low for the year. There's another thing. Yep. Soy broke below this huge consolidation. So all these grain products are getting lower. That's good for people wondering what's going on with inflation. Looking at the commodities gives us a big idea. And it takes time to have this roll over, but there will be people criticizing, saying things are all-time highs, and they are so wrong. Live cattle finally doing retracement. And the embedded cost to feed, transport, house live cattle, or on the other commodities going down, helping this get less expensive. Feeder cattle, inside candles for the week. Interesting. May see a retracement soon of that one first before we go lower. And lean hog, big sell-off. Yep, much lower than the highs. That's good.